There. Fort Hart is complete.
Katie, I've seen many a blanket fort in my days, but I think it's safe to say that this is the single greatest display of blanket architecture I've ever seen. And it's a pleasure to have you as an assistant architect. Nice work.
What?
What?
Assistant?
Assistant architect. It's no title to be ashamed of. I'm sure this fort never would have been what it is now if it wasn't for your help.
Help? I did all of the work for this fort. If anyone's the assistant here, it's you. Fort Hart wouldn't exist without my help.
I'm sorry, but whose idea was it to build a fort in the first place?
So just because you had the idea means it's your fort? Okay, what if you said you wanted to have a sandwich, and then I went downstairs and made myself a sandwich? Would that be your sandwich because you had the idea first?
Can't compare blankets to sandwiches, but like, if it'll make you feel better, we can be co-architects.
No, that's ridiculous. I did way more work than you. If anything, I should be head architect.
Okay, well then what am I?
Well, I don't know, lazy bystander?
You can't seriously be saying I didn't do any of the work.
I'm sorry. Whose idea was it to connect blankets with chip clips? Whose idea was it to put a comforter down so it wouldn't hurt our knees when we crawled? Whose idea was it to hang pillowcases to create walls to divide up the room?
Whose idea was it to suspend the blanket from the ceiling so that we could have vaulted ceilings without taking up floor space? You know what? This is stupid. Clearly this is my fort, and if you can't see that, well then you can just get out.
I am not leaving. This is my fort. You know what? You can get out.
This is my land, and I'll have you know I'm willing to fight for it.
Well, me too.
Okay. Alright, fine. But I'll be back soon. You mark my words. I'll be back. I'll be back soon. Attention citizens of Fort Hart. I stand before you representing the United Nations of Dantopia, an authority authoritated unto me by our king, King Daniel I. Let this address be understood as your first and final notice to surrender unto us and abandon, which is to say get out of, the area of land presently known as Fort Hart, which will henceforth be described as the entire basement, excluding the old laundry room which is now being used as a storage closet. Your refusal and or silence will be understood as a formal declaration of war against the United Nations of Dantopia and its king, King Daniel I, for the area of land presently known as Fort Hart, which, as previously stated, will be henceforth described as the entire basement, excluding the old laundry room which is now being used as a storage closet. Such action will result in immediate and merciless retaliation by the United Armed Forces of the United Nations of Dantopia and its king, King Daniel I. You have exactly 5 seconds to make your decision, starting now. Very well.
Look what you're doing! You're destroying the very thing we're fighting over! Look, who cares who's head architect or co-architect or assistant architect? It doesn't matter who came up with the idea first.
I did, it was me.
Okay, fine. The point is, we built this fort together, so we could play in it together. And the only way I want to fight for it is if we are fighting.
one last chance to surrender.
Never. I'd rather die protecting this fort than give it up to you.
Okay. I wouldn't get out. Hey, do you want to do that again?
You read my mind! Make the blankets of chips.
Chip clips.
Okay.
Not chips.
Yeah. Connect the blankets with chips! Okay. Buddy, I'm taller than you.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're taller than me. Yes, video's recording.